Gamers, I'm not going to lie. We had a plan for today, but I live too vicariously. So let me show you what I got, right? Yup, you see that? That's the PowerPoint presentation. I'm out here studying it by the book that I got, that a person has worked for years on, right? Years of their life. I think the person who made the book is dead now. So it was a really, 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 really good book. I start putting all the stuff together in a very readable and understandable format. I'd like to think comprehensible. Ageru here, right? Someone gives something to a person within their in-group and about equal status of the giver, right? So that's when you would use this. A gave B C, right? Cool. Interesting. I even color-coded it so that, you could kind of understand how things were flowing. I put a lot of thought on this. And then we got, for an example, what is grammatically incorrect, right? Grammatically incorrect. Hanako wa watashi ni hou no ageta. Or, agemashita, if you want to be polite about it, right? We can logically make sense of that and be like, oh yeah, Hanako gave us a book. But in Japanese, no, busboy. Instead of using ageru, right, for stuff that would be received towards yourself, you would be using kureru instead. The correct way to say it would be Hanako wa watashi ni hon o kureta, right? Awesome. We are already peak learning. Something special had to fucking happen to tip everything that I learned on its fucking head. Oh my God. Let me break this down for you. I was over here, AFK, right? And then I get back and I see one of my friends join, right? And I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, trying to see what bro was up to. Yo, I was just about to record a video, do all that stuff, do my grammar study, you know what I'm saying? Getting on the grind set that I said I'd be going on. And then bro was looking at my stuff and he was like, yeah, this is really good, man. But then he started reading and he was like, wait a second. What do you mean that's incorrect, psycher? So I was like, well, I'm going off from the book, you know what I'm saying? There's this person who was working on this book for a very long time. It's a very popular book series. So like, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be like at least, somewhat correct, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of years, a lot of effort inside of this, you know what I'm saying? Problem was, my friend could pinpoint there was something wrong, but didn't know how to explain it, and said that we needed to go and call a native. So I was like, shit, you know what, it's okay. I'll teach this Japanese thing or whatever, and the natives will all come running to correct me and be like, oh, no, that book is bad, for real. So then I can then bring them into my server so that they can correct any future mishaps or whatever, so that they can help me guide my learning and all this stuff and be able to teach it and stuff like that, right? I, as a joke, decided to go summoning the natives to my location. Summoning the natives to my location. You would not believe what fucking happened, dog. You would not believe what the fuck happened, bro. I'm starting to think I might have special abilities, guys. I think if I wished for $1 million, I might actually get it. But I'm too scared to try it. Yeah. So eventually, a friend of my friends ended up joining, right? And the guy joined or whatever. He was like, oh, sorry that I interrupted, for real. And I was like, oh, no, don't worry about it. We were just chilling, for real. I was like, wait a second. Are you native Japanese? And he was like, oh, yeah, why? And I was like, wait, you are? You speak like perfect English, though. Like, what? You sound like a native. And he was like, oh, for real? On God? Well, he didn't say that, you know what I'm saying? But, like, his English was really good, right? I was like, well, since you're a native, right, you should know the language really well. So I was like, hey, is this correct, right? Is Hanako watashi ni, and then before I even finished it, he was like, Hanako wa watashi ni hou no ageta. Oh yeah, that's correct. The fuck you mean is correct? The book says it's not correct, guys, but the native says it is. I spent 30 minutes on this, and he was just breaking it down. He was like, yeah, well, like, they're literally like the same words. They both mean give. If anything, ageta kind of feels a little bit more formal than kureta, to be honest. You would be more likely to hear Japanese people say kureta over ageta, though. So I was like sitting over here and I'm like, gamers, I don't know if I could do this anymore. Now I don't know how to teach this. So instead of teaching it, I'm just gonna crash out over it. I'm gonna be real. It told me, oh, if I'm gonna do things by the book, like, it'll teach me a lot, right? But I'm gonna get it real wrong. I'm gonna get it wrong, present day societal cultural norms type of wrong. There's a reason why they say learning from a book is not really that good. So yeah, gamers, I'm not gonna lie. This feels like the biggest waste of time ever, sort of. I learned a lot through that conversation. I do not think I'm gonna have a conversation like that on like everyday basis though. Unless when I Google it, I get similar results too. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just rough. You know what I'm saying?